Last October, Riot Games announced a bunch of titles as part of League of Legends' 10th anniversary. What's interesting is that one of those was a fighting game. This genre is reaching a new golden age. As a matter of fact, renowned franchises such as the King of Fighters, Guilty Gear, Soul Calibur or Tekken have had successful launchments in the latest years, although we are still looking for some Virtua Fighter 6. Of course, one of fans' biggest concerns is a proper arcade stick. Many times I've tried to pick one, but I always face the same issues. Either they are too expensive, lots of them cost more than 150 euros, which is a lot, or tutorials demand a lot of effort and ability. This is why Ludo Pong is bringing you everything you need in order to build up your own arcade stick with little effort. First things first, you've got to be sure you have the proper equipment. You only need a screwdriver and wood glue. I'll leave you a link in the description for that. You also need the following pieces: a Seimitsu LS-40 stick, 8 30mm Sanwa buttons, 2 24mm Sanwa buttons. Furthermore, you'll need a USB feed-through and a zero delay PCB with its proper wiring. All these can be purchased at good price at Spanish store Arcade Express, which always offered a good service and have solved any doubt I had. I am leaving a link in the description. And a male-to-male USB cable. You very likely have one at home, but just in case, I'll leave you a link in the description so you can buy it on Amazon. And last, you have to buy the correct bolts. You can buy them in any hardware store and they are super cheap. In my case, those costed some 80 cents. You have to buy 4 5x20mm bolts and 2 3x16mm bolts. And don't forget to ask the correct nuts. With all of this, your stick will be compatible with PlayStation 3, PC, Mac and Android devices. If you want it to work with other consoles or systems, you'll have to buy an adapter. The first step is getting the wood. Obviously, you can take your own piece of wood and cut it yourselves. Yet if you don't have the required knowledge nor the proper tools, I recommend you Los Hacedores, a workshop we have visited several times for projects like this. They do really cool stuff, cutting wood and other materials, and they are quite good at 3D printing as well. I really recommend you to take a look to their website. Apart from being outstanding professionals, they can give you the pieces of wood you need. You just have to download the template I left you in the description and ask them to cut it at this email account. Once you receive them all, you'll get 6 pieces like this. My recommendation is that you paint them, although this is absolutely optional of course. This is how it looks. I'm leaving a link in the description with the paint I used. Once it's painted, you have to place the stick in the main panel. You simply have to screw its 4 corners and tighten them. It's important that this connector is faced towards the buttons and not the other way around. I recommend you to use the screwdriver here so it's 100% fixed, which is something essential. One thing I recommend as well is placing a sticker. In the description I'm leaving a link with some of the designs I've been using. You just have to take it to a printing house so they make you a vinyl sticker. By the way, I placed a frame in the main panel so it's easier to place the sticker. Now it's a good moment for placing both the dust washer and the top bolt. And don't forget to screw this at the bottom of the stick so the top bolt is properly fixed. Otherwise, it can be a bit loose. Now it's time for placing each button. You should also place the feed-through as well as its nuts and bolts. Now we have to make connections properly. It's time for getting your zero delay PCB and then follow this connection chart. It doesn't matter which cable you are connecting first, what's important is that both filaments are connected. Make sure you have been following this chart correctly and connect the USB cable to the feed-through. Before you finish, it's important to make a small test. Connect the USB to your PlayStation 3 and check everything works properly. Now you have to close the device. You have to apply glue at the edge of the wood and tighten it a little. Don't worry if the glue is going out a little, since it turns colorless when it dries. If by any chance you needed to open it, don't worry. In this side, there is a lot in which you can stick in a knife and cut the glue. However, if you have done it correctly, this won't be necessary. And now, enjoy! If you like the video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. This really helps us to have more views, and thus we will be able to keep doing this kind of content. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye, Ludo.